Hello fam! This is your boy, Geek Gamer Top on the microphone, and Season 4 of Street Fighter 6 has finally rolled on, and the conductor on board is Yasmine. Well, it finally happened. Capcom just shattered our expectations for the future of Street Fighter 6. The first character trailer for Year 4 has just dropped, and it's not a returning favorite or a simple remix of an old archetype. It is something so wild, so purpose-built, that it is going to force everyone to relearn the game from the ground up. The trailer drops and we meet the first character for the new season. A shy high schooler from the Philippines we now know as Yasmine. The cinematic shots establish her story, but then it cuts to gameplay, and the entire community collectively lost its mind. Her default aesthetic is a sleek, modern take on traditional Filipino martial arts gear, practical and deadly. She wields a karambit and moves with a fluid, dance-like grace that is unlike anything this game has seen. The footage showcases a combination of blinding speed and surgical precision that looks terrifying to deal with. This wasn't just another character reveal, it was the reveal of a whole new archetype. So, today, we're going to do a full analytical breakdown of the official trailer and the press release that followed. We'll explore every move, every mechanic, and every super art to understand how this fighter is poised to completely dismantle the current Street Fighter 6 tier list. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of the gameplay, let's look at the official press release that Capcom dropped right alongside the trailer. This gives us some incredible insight into the developer's vision for Yasmine. The press release is titled, "A New Dance Begins." Yasmine ushers in Street Fighter 6 Year 4 on August 3rd. It confirms she is indeed the first character for the Year 4 pass. The release dives into her official story. Yasmine is a high school student from the Philippines who learned the art of eskrima from her grandfather, her lolo, and her older brother. The game even features her alternate high scholar outfit, showing her in a school uniform, which provides a stark contrast to her lethal abilities. She put down her karambit after her brother vanished under mysterious circumstances, but after seeing online videos of Manon's graceful fighting style, she was inspired to pick up her blade again and enter the world of street fighting to find him. The most telling part of the press release comes from a direct quote by Street Fighter 6 director Takayuki Nakayama. He states, "With Yasmine, we wanted to introduce a fighting style that was not only new to Street Fighter, but also visually expressive and incredibly fun. Her design is based on the Filipino martial arts of eskrima, focusing on speed, evasion, and close quarters pressure. We believe her unique Sayaw, or dance-like movement system, will offer players a fresh way to approach neutral and offense, rewarding creativity and masterful control. She is a character for the specialists who love to push a fighter to their absolute limits." This quote is huge. It confirms her entire design philosophy is centered around being a high-skill, high-expression character who breaks the mold of traditional archetypes. The developers didn't just want to create a new character, they wanted to create a new way to play the game. The trailer and the official move list on the Buckler's Bootcamp website gives us a complete picture of Yasmine's toolkit, and it's even more terrifying than the initial trailer suggests. Her defining feature is, of course, the karambit, a crescent-shaped blade inspired by a tiger's claw. The gameplay makes it clear this weapon is for getting up close and personal, designed for rapid, hooking strikes from unexpected angles. The developers have translated this into a moveset built around what they call corto mano, or close range fighting. Her light and medium attacks are shown to be incredibly fast, with many being plus on block, designed to lock opponents down. Her offense isn't about big, slow haymakers, it's about death by 1,000 cuts. The second core element is her movement. Nakayama's quote mentioned a Sayaw, or dance-like system, and the trailer demonstrates this is not just a fast walk speed. This system acts as a foundational stance, a soft install that her entire game plan is built upon. She has a unique evasive dash called the Anino-Step, Shadow Step, where she becomes a low-profile blur that can pass through anything, and I mean anything, fam. She also has a sway called the Hakban Pawas, or sidestep, a back-and-forth dance that evades high attacks and can be cancelled into her specials, allowing for insane bait and punish potential. This non-linear, evasive movement is the core of her neutral game. She controls space by not throwing projectiles, but by threatening to occupy any space on the screen in an instant. Based on the official move list, Yasmine is a Rushdown-Evasion hybrid, a style that rewards sleek movement and precision over raw damage. Special moves: the Kagat Hook. This is her primary pressure tool, a fast, forward-moving karambit slash. The light version is safe on block, the medium version is a combo ender, and the OD version is plus on block, forcing the opponent to guess what's next. Deloy Lunge. This is a low-profile slide attack that can go under standard fireballs and high pokes, and even Kimberly's acrobatic moves. The trailer shows her sliding clean under Kimberly's acrobatic moves and her defense, and punishing her with a full combo. The OD version launches the opponent for a juggle. The Anino-Step, as mentioned, this is her projectile invincible dash. It has 3 variations: a short dash, a long dash that crosses half the screen, and a feint, where she fakes the dash to bait a reaction. The Haggis Talon. This is her command grab. It's a quick, short-range grab where she hooks the opponent with her karambit and pulls them down to the ground. It's a critical mix-up tool to open up defensive players. The Collette's Dive. An aerial dive kick that changes her jump arc. This is her primary tool for escaping the corner and for creating tricky cross-up situations. Super Arts. Level 1. The Aglang Patama, the Eagle Strike. This is a fast, full-screen lunge attack where she dashes low to the ground before delivering a powerful upward slash with the karambit. The trailer highlights this as the ultimate punish. Against Kimberly, we see Yasmine use her base install, the Sayaw stance, to bait a reaction, as Kimberly sets up a shuriken bomb from full screen. Yasmine uses the level 1 to close the distance for a guaranteed hit. Level 2. The Kali's Dance. This is her main install super. In the trailer, she activates it against the mysterious Ingrid. Yasmine glows with the faint purple energy, and for a limited time, her movement becomes even faster. The press release confirms that during this install, all of her karambit-based normals and specials inflict recoverable chip damage, even on block. Furthermore, her Anino-Step and Hakban Pawas sways can be cancelled into each other. This, combined with her base Sayaw stance, represents the full suite of her installs, allowing for truly unpredictable movement and pressure resets against Ingrid. Level 3. Pusong Malgrama, the Heart of the Warrior. This is her cinematic super, and it's also shown against Ingrid. The sequence is triggered after Yasmine lands a raw drive impact. As Ingrid is stunned, and the screen explodes into a high-speed, graceful but brutal dance of slashes, a whirlwind of cuts from every angle. The cinematic ends with her back turned to the opponent and firing a high-level, graceful fireball to Ingrid. Her entire toolkit points to a character with an incredibly high skill ceiling. She lacks a traditional invincible reversal, meaning her defense is proactive, built on using her sways and movements to make opponents whiff and then punishing them brutally. The final part of the trailer was the matchup montage, and it was a statement. Capcom scientifically engineered Yasmine to be an answer to the game's most dominant strategies. Her celebrations in the trailer shows her getting up as she beats Kimberly in a show of her karambit flurries, then showing her respect to the challenge as she bows. Then against Ingrid, where she gets excited to the point where she cuts off her ribbon as a shy demeanor washes her face, and then bows again. The message from Capcom is loud and clear. A new era is upon us. The theoretical has become reality, and Yasmine is about to hit the streets, and her bright and colorful nature shows here. But let me know, fam, what are your first impressions? Is her kit as broken as it looks, or will her lack of an invincible reversal be a critical weakness? And what strategies are you already labbing to counter this dance of death? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Yasmine's reveal represents a bold and exciting new direction for Street Fighter 6. This isn't a small twist on an existing archetype. It's something truly new. A design focused on pure speed, evasive movement, and relentless close-range pressure has the potential to force the entire community to re-evaluate how the game is played. The meta as we know it is being put on notice. The dance begins on August 3rd, and Street Fighter 6 will never be the same. So, that's it for the video. And fam, Ingrid has unveiled an awesome time for the game's Season 4. So, thanks so much for watching. Hope those videos found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter. See y'all in the next one. Danko!